Welcome to another session of Speaking with Confidence for English Language SPM Speaking Paper 3. Now, I'm Emily John Wejidas. I'm a teacher from SMK Mak Mandin, an excellent teacher for English language. And today we are going to do a practice session for speaking. Okay, so let's start. Okay, the practice session will involve some of my students. So I've brought a few of my students to the studio today so that we can do a practice session for some of the topics that I've prepared. Okay, so I'm going to start the practice session by explaining first that each student gets one topic and presents for 1 minute. This is for your part 2 of your speaking paper, where you will be given 1 minute to present your ideas on the topics that you have been given. But remember, you have 20 seconds preparation time before you start speaking. For today's session, we're going to skip that. We're going to go straight to the presentation. And my students are going to share their opinions and reasons or justification. Okay, and then I'll give a little bit of feedback on what they have presented. So let's welcome two of my students. Okay, we have with me Lynn and Nishalan. And Nishalan is going to start first. Okay, Nishalan, this is your topic. Okay, I would like you to talk about a place you would like to visit in the future. Now, before you start, you can see the bar at the top. The middle of the bar is 30 seconds. When they reach until the end, it's 1 minute. It's like a timer. So this is just to show you that you can practice and speak for 1 minute for any topics that you get. But there has to be some practice for you to do that. Okay, now Nishalan, I would like you to talk about a place you like to visit in the future. Okay, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
All right, you may start.
Today, I'm going to talk about a place I would like to visit in the future. The place I have in mind is Japan. I've always been fascinated about Japan because it is unique in traditional culture and advanced technology. One of my main reasons that I want to go there is because of the tradition and because Japanese people always respect their traditions while embracing innovation. If I have a chance to visit Japan one day, I will definitely try their Japanese food, especially sushi and ramen. Furthermore, I will also take part in their tea session and visit during the cherry blossom season as it is breathtaking. I think traveling is important because it helps us broaden our mind. Not only that, it also helps us to learn more things about ourselves. All in all, Japan is Japan is my dream country, and I will visit it one day.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, you kind of like touched the 1 minute part. Okay, but that's not a problem because you have managed to get all the 4 points covered. Okay, so that is important because we need to make sure that you have answered all the questions. And remember what I said in the previous session, the last 2 questions is more of describing, and you did that. Okay, a little bit of stumbling here and there, but you managed to get your points across. And this is important because it's a hot question, the last question. So the hot question, you're kind of telling like, yeah, it is important because of what. Okay, so well done. Okay, but of course, practice more. All right, now Lynn, your turn. Okay, now your topic is music. So pass the mic to Lynn. All right, Lynn, I would like you to talk about the music that you like. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Oops. All right, you may start.
Today I'm going to talk about the music I like. The music I like the most is pop music. Pop music is very famous and popular around the world. It's very catchy and interesting melody. I started listening to pop music when I was around 11 years old. At that time, my school friends they like to share about their favorite music. Most of them like to listening to pop music too. After that, I get interested in the area. I still remember the first pop song I listened is by Justin Bieber. Whenever I listen to pop music, I feel happy and relaxed. So if I feel sad or stressed after school, I will listen to pop music. It gives me the positive energy. It gives me the positive energy and help me to focus on my daily routine. So in my opinion, yes, I think music will be help in studying, but it's depend on the person and the music. For me, soft pop music will help me to focus in my studying and make me do a better work. So it's depend on the student and the music. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. I think you reached just nicely around 1 minute, slightly more plus minus, but you did well. And you need to be careful of your grammar and your pronunciation. But you managed to present all the 4 points also. Okay. Now, the last part, how the music makes you feel, be a bit more clear about how you feel and all that. And I think you need to speak louder also. Okay. She's very soft spoken, but it's clear. So now, as we know, I will call in another two students. But before that, let me talk about the points. Okay. You know, you are assessed on your grammar, your vocabulary, your overall spoken performance, and of course your communicative competence. So how do you think you did?
Not that good, but not the worst.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, in order to do well, to get high marks, 6 marks is the highest. In order to get high marks for all the 4 criteria, you need to be able to do a little bit better. You are there. It's not that you all are good students. You can speak. That's already an advantage for you. But you need to improve a little bit more by working on your vocabulary, maybe. Okay, and ways to kind of present your ideas a bit more wider with the range of vocabulary that you use, better vocabulary. But you have done that. So most of the, I think if the marks and all that, you probably can touch 5. Right? To get 6 is like very, very spontaneous. But you are already there. Okay. So good job. So let's take another 2 students. Okay. So can I have another 2 students in the studio?
Thank you, Cikgu.
All right. All right. Now we'll continue with another 2 of my students. Please welcome. Okay, I have my students here, Abhishek and Kirtik, who will be helping us with another 2 questions. All right. So Kirtik will start first, and your question is an act of kindness. So before we start, can you see the bar on top? Okay, the bar is an indicator of the time. When it's halfway through, that means 30 seconds have passed, and another half is 1 minute. Okay, so you should cover all the 4 points. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Okay, you may start.
Today, I'm going to talk about an act of kindness. One memorable act of kindness that I did was tutoring a friend who was struggling with English. He had difficulty understanding grammar and always left out during lecture. So I decided to help him. We started off doing writing, reading, and speaking lessons. After some time, I started to see some improvement in his confidence and performance. Eventually, he started to participate more in the lesson, and even his exam mark also improved. So he was very grateful, and I was very happy and proud. This experience taught me that a small act of kindness will make a real difference in people's life. More importantly, I think kindness will make the world change. In conclusion, kindness doesn't cost anything, but it has a large impact on others for both and ourselves.
All right. Thank you. All right. So now, you stumble a bit. You touched 1 minute, but you paused a little bit in between. Okay. But you managed to cover all the 4 points. But for the third and fourth question, you need to structure your answers properly. Okay. And use a little bit of cohesive devices also. Add a little bit more. Make it a bit stronger, cohesive devices. Okay. Furthermore, I feel, in my opinion. So use that devices to help structure your points better. Okay, but well done. All right, so now you can pass the mic to Abhishek. So Abhishek's question, the topic is technology. Okay, Abhishek. Okay, let me read the instruction to you. All right, are you ready? All right, so I would like you to talk about a technology you use every day. Okay, you may start.
I would like to talk about a technology I use every day. The technology I use every day is my smartphone. I think most people use it a lot, but for me it is very important in my daily life. I use it in the morning as an alarm clock to wake up. Furthermore, I also use it to contact my friends and family, especially through WhatsApp and other social media apps. This technology is very useful to me because it helps me stay organized and entertained. I don't need to carry many things like a camera, dictionary or notebooks because my phone can do all of that. In my opinion, technology will improve our life even more in the future. If technology is in the right way, I believe can make it education, healthcare, and communication better. However, we also need to be careful to use it too much and become too dependent on it.
All right. You exceeded a little bit. Okay. It already touched the 1 minute. So again, like I reminded your friends just now, we won't stop you suddenly and shock you during the exam. We will gently tell you, okay, thank you very much. If you exceed too much, if just slightly one few seconds above 1 minute, we'll just gently tell you to, okay, it's time's up. We won't say time's up. We'll say thank you very much, and we'll take the booklet back. So don't get worried if you exceeded. If they will normally try to let you finish your sentence. Okay. So you have a little bit of, you need to practice a little bit more in saying certain words. Okay, you know there are different topics. Your topic is about technology, so maybe because you're nervous, all right, and you say certain words wrongly, but that's normal. Like I told the students in earlier sessions, learn from your mistake so that you don't repeat the mistake. So what is important? A lot of practice. So thank you so much. Y'all, if you want to score up to 6, you need to work a little bit more, practice a little bit more. But at the moment, you are on the right track. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. I will continue with the lessons. You can leave the studio.
Thank you,
Okay,
teacher.
all right. Okay, now let's look at some of the topics to consider for your SPM speaking paper. Okay, this is for part 2. All right, but it can also apply for part 3. All right, as you can see, there's a long list of topics here, but this is not the end of the list. There are so many other topics that can also be included in this. But these are some of the topics that I've come across in books and also in exams that I have also prepared for my students. For example, just now we did kindness, music, technology, and also, what is that? We also did on traveling. Okay, so as you can see here, there are so many topics here that you can practice with your partners or with your friends in small groups. Try to explore all these topics: festivals, celebrations, your favorite food, okay, leadership qualities, natural disaster. We have natural disaster in Malaysia like flood and all that, landslide and all that. Okay, you can also talk about environmental topics like pollution, recycling, okay, and about people, person you admire, best friend, friendship, okay, the how you can help a friend and all that. So in order to be good in the language, you need to practice. So practice often, okay, explore some of the topics that I've shared here, and also look at reference books and all that, because there are so many other topics that you can also try out on your own or with a partner. Okay, let's look at the next one. So these are some final tips for success in your paper 3. Now, what do? Stay calm and be yourself. You may make mistakes. That's normal. Even good students also who speak English at home also can make mistakes. That is a normal part of the exam process. They get nervous and they stumble and all that. But don't worry, be yourself. That's why practice helps. Support your opinion with clear explanation. Whenever you want to say something, you have to justify what you say. You have to explain what you say. When that is clear, then you are convincing the person who's listening to what you're saying. Okay? And always take a moment to gather your thoughts. Plan your ideas before you speak. You have that 20 seconds, preparation time. So use that properly, plan your thoughts, focus on the question that is given to you, and then you can really start to say what you want to say. And the last point is very important. The more you practice, the more fluent you become. That's why practice makes perfect, as they say. But you can do it on your own. You can do it with a partner. Like I said in earlier session, do it daily, if not every other day. Record yourself, evaluate yourself, ask your teacher for help if necessary. Okay? Now, let's recap. Okay? So, paper 3 assesses your ability to speak naturally and confidently in English. So, there are techniques, practice, and a calm mindset makes a lot of difference in how you present your points and how you get, you can score for the paper. So, remember to support your opinion, respond to your friends, especially for part 3. Okay, respond to your friends and enjoy the process. When you get too nervous, you get you kind of get a panic attack and all that. I have seen even good students going through that experience. So always prepare yourself. Take a deep breath. Okay, practice with your friends, and then it becomes better. Right? So now some final thoughts. Confidence is built. Okay, it's not born. Okay, there are some rare people who are very confident from young age. Okay, you have to speak, you stumble, but you grow. And the more you speak, the stronger your voice becomes. Okay, the more confident you are. So make it a habit to use English outside of your classroom, with your friends, in the real world. And let your English voice be heard. Okay, remember, no one is a perfect speaker. Everybody makes mistakes. Learn from them, improve yourself, and be a better person. Okay, so that's my final thoughts. And I hope whatever I've done with you, I've helped you a lot in preparing for your speaking paper 3. But I'm focusing more on part 2. But in overall, it will also help you for the whole paper. So thank you very much for being with me throughout the sessions. Okay, thank you.